Hey guys, it's Steph here with the FlowerFanatic. If you're new to my channel, I live in a zone 6B climate. I'm glad you're here. I'm having so much fun. I just got back from the nursery and spent way too much money on flowers, but I have some fun videos coming up, some wet tolerant plants that I'm going to be planting. I've got to prep for that. But today there's a lot going on. I am going to harden off my Lisianthus. How exciting. They're doing really good, and I could actually probably put them in the ground right now. I'm just a little bit behind, and my Ranunculus have started popping out. They're looking so pretty. My stalk are getting some blooms. So stalk are kind of tricky because they need a certain amount of cold in order to set buds and do really well. I'm starting to realize they're just not the best plant for my climate. I am getting some buds, but I cannot figure out how these are going to get any height, these flowers. They look like they're just going to be stunted little flowers on top. So I guess we'll see what happens here in the next week or two. But it's going to start getting hot, 85 degrees, which I'm so excited. I was telling my husband, at this point, I don't even care if any of my cold hardy annuals do well. I just want it to get warm because I've been so cold, and today's beautiful. So it's just a little update video and hardening off my Lisianthus, show you what everything's looking like. And it's just a great day. We're getting our tomato cages out. So in the next, it's May 11th right now. So pretty much I could put everything out in the garden right now. I've been hardening off my zinnias, my amaranth, my gumfrina. And then it's kind of funny because by now my tulips are usually fizzled, but they're still doing really good. And then I've got these cutest little daffodils. I don't remember putting these in here, but they are the cutest. Probably my favorite daffodil. And they picked up later than my tulips, which is interesting. Look how cute those are. Anyway, so let's walk in the greenhouse. The tulips are gonna be fading here in a bit. And then, oh man, I've got some watering to do. But here is my Lisianthus, and they all grow at such different rates, but they're putting on growth, so that's a good sign. But these bigger ones, I'm probably gonna get blooms earlier than I thought. My straw flower, I've gotta start hardening off. So I'm just gonna stick everything outside today. We could actually put our tomato plants in the ground right now. So in my zone 6B climate, our last frost date is typically like Mother's Day, May 15th. Everything's drying out really fast in here, so it's nice to get it out. See, I've got to water my cosmos, some more of my zinnias. My hyacinth beans have been awesome, super easy to grow. And then some more of that Lisianthus, which is drying out a little bit. They've had gnats, but no real damage has happened because of that. They're not too big of an issue. And then some more of that Lisianthus. Okay, so let's get all of this stuff outside. And then in about 5 days, I'll get my garden, sorry, not my garden boxes, my cutting garden prepped, weeded, and I will be planting all of my heat-loving annuals out there. I'm gonna put my Lisianthus in a garden box just because I want their own little space. I want them to just do super good. Since they've been in here since January, I am not gonna sacrifice anything at this point. I know today's video's a lot of random stuff, kind of more like a vlog style, but I do have some things I've been noticing that I want to share with you. So let's take a look at these garden boxes, show you the Ranunculus. So here in about, I think 2 to 3 weeks, that's when really everything is going to start to explode. My snapdragons have finally started to break dormancy and grow that I overwintered last fall, which I'm kind of surprised about because I thought they were going to be more cold hardy, but they definitely like it to be a little bit warmer once they start to break that dormancy. And then my larkspur is really putting on some growth. Okay, so they're all out here. My plan with my Lisianthus is just to let them spend, they're actually pretty like frost tolerant and cold hardy, so they kind of recommend planting them 2 weeks before your last frost date. I'm a little bit behind. We're not having any more frost dates in the future. You never know here though, so I'll just let them sit out here and then put them back in tonight, bring them back out again in about 3 days. I'm gonna plant them and then do the same with all the rest of these. So it's really fun to be at this point, but it's also kind of crazy. Obviously this video is a little bit all over the place, so that's kind of my life right now. So here are the poppies that I planted not too long ago in one of my videos, and they've kind of taken root. I planted them about a month ago and they're starting to rebloom. Look how pretty those are. Here are my snapdragon plants right here. So see how small they are still? I think they're gonna take off really quick now. And then there's one right there, but our temperatures are gonna get about 80 to 85 degrees. And a lot of these cold, next week, and a lot of these cold hardy annuals like it to be around 70 to 75. So we'll see what happens. I could put some shade cloth, but it's way too expensive, so I'm not gonna do that this year. maybe next year. Along with all this other stuff, I am seeing hollyhocks everywhere. They just sell so prolifically. They're just like literally everywhere. And so I don't even know why I planted any in the greenhouse. So next year, definitely don't need to worry about doing that. I am gonna put them along my shop. And then the larkspur is right there. I am curious about the larkspur. I think this will be blooming in about a month. By then it's gonna be super hot. So here are my stock plants. So the ones I couldn't remember, I'm like, why are these ones so short? And now I remember why, because I had stuck out the tray to harden off and the chickens were out and I didn't realize that, and they had pecked on these ones like crazy. And I think the taller ones they didn't get to. So I think that's the big difference. But right here, you can see the flower head right there. Like, it's gonna be a tall plant with a short little flower, I think. I guess we'll find out, but they're doing really good. You can tell the plants are really healthy. They put on a lot of growth. Not sure what to expect. I really wanted to wait until everything was going nuts, but I'm too impatient because it's so much fun to have these Ranunculus. They are definitely one I will plant next year. The stock still to be determined, but look at them. So they're kind of like tulips. When it gets a little bit warmer, they open up, and then at night when it cools down, they close. But they are so beautiful, and I'm really happy because I have some super tall ones right here. Look at this one. They are just doing so good. And they're so pretty, and they're just barely starting to pop out. So I'm gonna make myself a bouquet, I think, at the end of this video. And then this one, I was so happy with it. So I'm looking at all the different varieties. This one is definitely the fullest. It has the most petals, and it's just my largest bloom so far. So I think this is part of the bridal collection I got from Eden Brothers. And then these shorter ones, I think these were the tiny little corms that I bought that I was really unhappy with, and they're just not doing very good because they were so small. They shouldn't sell them that small, really. So with these Ranunculus corms, I'm definitely going to store them. I want them to get a little bit more mature, so next year they'll be even bigger, and I think the plants and flowers will be even bigger and taller. I also want to update you on all of the cold hardy annual stuff. We did not harden them off in the greenhouse. We just didn't have the time, my husband and I, so we just chucked them in the box. I knew they'd be okay. They had to go through a little bit of a recovery period, but look how well they're doing. So we avoided one annoying step. And we'll see if it stays cool enough, long enough to really enjoy this. Sometimes it's difficult in our climate. I'm finally gonna make my first bouquet this year, so I could not get myself to cut down any of the tulips. I just really wanted to enjoy them in here. They're starting to fade, so I think I'm finally ready to put some in a vase. I think I'll also make another one for my neighbor because she loves flowers so much. So I got some flower powder. That's what I'm gonna call it. I don't know exactly what the name of it is, but I bought some on Amazon. Did not know I was gonna get this many. I think I was a florist. So I definitely have some I've gotta get through. Okay, so let's start cutting one and see how this comes together. Well, isn't that beautiful? I think I might give this one to my neighbor and just make another one. Anyways, these tulips have been so cool this year. So much character, so much variation, and Ranunculus and tulips, you can't go wrong with that. Look at that, so pretty. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video, this little update. It's been heaven today. I finally had a moment and a break where I just could be out here and enjoy it in my busy schedule. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day, having fun in your gardens. Make sure you get out today, find some peace, and we'll talk to you later.